Matt here from Crooks Cabinet Makers. So about a year ago, or maybe a bit longer than that now, I made this router jig. Now this is what I call my radial guide, and the idea of this is for cutting circles totally accurately. If you look for this online, you can look for a router circle cutting jig or something like that. Well, I think that's a real sort of undersell of what this actually is. The actual level of functions are massive. If you're only thinking about cutting circles on a tabletop, that's nothing compared to what this can do. So today I'm going to show you just a couple of things you can do with this radial guide. Let's crack on. So a brief talk about the setup. I've got my extractor here, but it does add a little bit of complication with the hose coming off. For my cutter, I'm just using a twin flute 1/2 inch cutter. You need something that's going to be quite stable. A brief rundown of the radial guide, the components and how they function. So firstly, this block here is holding the rails absolutely parallel. You can see those rails run through dead parallel all the way, and that is my center point. So when you use this at the maximum setting, it's good to have this to hold these rails, give them a bit of extra stability. The locking position works off the normal fence lock nuts, so you can set this up incredibly accurately. So all told, that'll cut quite nicely up to 6 foot. Old money, 6 foot. So now let's see it in action. Let's bring it back just slightly. 155. 152. So from that screw tip to the blade, I need 150 mil. Yeah, I've got 151. So I set that up to cut 300 mil, and I've got 300.5 mil. And that is extremely accurate. What I'm going to do is just drill that in with the screw, and I can see it easy. Right, so we're good to go. So this one is, again, is nothing unusual. There's a few techniques I'm going to use, and I'll explain them later. But basically what we're going to do now is cut a hole, and why not test the accuracy of this thing by cutting a hole that is just large enough to fit the original piece in. So with this one, I've cut that around, and I've left a couple of just tiny little 1/4 inch spacer there, and that keeps my center point in the center while I cut the outside. So I'm going to be very honest here. I'm going to actually just put it in before I've done anything. I've just cut those pieces out, and we can see together what the result is. So, oh my goodness, first time. So that's the hole I've cleaned up. I've run a bit of sandpaper around there. Now I know this is going to fit in, because we just fit it in together, and there we go. So that is a really, really nice fit. So if we come up really close on the joint, you can see it's very, very tight all the way around. So at best we've got about 1/2 millimeter gap. So now we're moving into a different side of the cutting, and what I want to do is cut 2 arcs exactly the same size. So we'll see how that goes. So there's the curve, very accurate. 2 pieces absolutely spot on. There we go, beautiful, perfect shape.
what I think of this.
What do you think of that then, Dad?
More and more blooming wood wasted.
More of our wood wasted. I paid for that.
Did you? No, you
Yeah,
didn't.
I paid for that. Yeah, I did.
That's fine.
No, it's not.
Any excuse. Right, yes, no, that's extremely good because look at the fit of that. Wow. You could run that nicely inside it.
You could glue that inside there, couldn't you?
You could.
Brilliant.
Very nice indeed, that.
Accurate as anything.
You want to set yourself for a living, you're good at it.
Yeah, you know, not bad for a beginner, mate. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That is the Radial Router guide, and those are the bare minimum functions of it. Very, very basic functions. So I think it's a really easy project to do, and I think it's massively beneficial for your woodworking. It's really great. So there's a load more projects I want to do with this, and I'm really looking forward to showing you all. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe in the workshop and have a nice day.